Timeless 106.1 FM KFFB. Thanks so much for joining us on this Monday. We do have Ted Hall with us with the White River Area Agency on Aging. And Ted, you know, we used to do these in person, but lately we've been doing a lot of teleconferencing with us in our open mics.
That's right, Bob. It's good to be with you and appreciate you allowing us the time to visit with you on the station.
Well, you know, there's a lot of things we've got to talk about. One, we're going to be having some sit-down restaurants opening up. That's going to be on May the 11th, next Monday. We've got gymnasiums opening up. I mean, things are getting ready to go back to normal, but seniors are still encouraged. Be very careful because this coronavirus, we don't have a cure, and it's very, very difficult for seniors. And one thing that we've talked about when we look at seniors being at home, staying home, some hasn't got out since they were told to stay home. People bring them food and things of that nature. Isolation, it is not good for seniors. Let's talk about that for a moment.
You bet, Bob. Of course, you know, all of us knows that we are in changing times right now. It also kind of reminds us that really we're not in control of much anything. But one thing for sure is that we know that seniors are in a very difficult situation, is that they really do not need to be out. This virus seems to be something that really attacks those that are older, but also the idea that they still need services, and also the idea of those folks being by themselves, what you were talking about, the isolation problems. And that's one reason the Area Agency on Aging is serving all over statewide, helps with this fact that our Meals on Wheels programs, our drivers actually sees the seniors on a regular basis, and they can kind of visit with them, and it kind of helps with the idea of isolation.
Well, when we look at that, the Meals on Wheels, you know, we've talked about that over the years. That's a program that I was doing the Meals on Wheels before they even had a name for it. But I always remember.
Yes, for sure.
You know, and I remember how difficult that was for some seniors. That was their only person that would touch them is that driver, and they were kind of a welfare check. And that's something that's very important. So if someone has got a loved one, or if they're interested in Meals on Wheels program, how do they go about getting that set up?
Well, of course, the Meals on Wheels program is set up through your local Area Agency on Aging, or a group that handles the senior centers there in their county. And, of course, they can contact them, and then they'll give them the information. Or they can actually come to the senior center, and they can, of course, during this time, right now, they have curbside service, which they can give them a meal, and that's one way that someone can receive a meal immediately, even today. So if you want the meals that delivered to your home, then there's some paperwork and those kind of things that have to go through. But Meals on Wheels is a viable program, whether it be actually a home-delivered meal, or if someone actually comes to the senior center. And of course, the senior center is where people come, and they do all kinds of activities, and it's really a neat place for seniors to gather and visit with each other and have a meal.
You know, when you look at the Area Agency on Aging, you guys have so many aspects reaching out to seniors. There's so many services many people don't even realize, but it's very well needed at this time.
Right. Well, Bob, you know, of course, right now during this period of time, you know, we serve around 350,000 meals throughout the state of Arkansas each day, or provide a meal for that many people. And then our services where people actually go into homes, over 100,000 that the Area Agency on Aging provides for. So it's a very viable program. Of course, you know, here at White River Area Agency on Aging, we actually have Eagle Mountain Assisted Living, which has been an assisted living for a long time, and is considered one of the best assisted livings in the state of Arkansas. But, you know, Bob, we have HUD housing that's located throughout our 10 county areas. We have an ombudsman program that works with our nursing homes. If there's an issue that needs to be talked between the administration and the patient, that's what an ombudsman does. We have foster grandparents program that has over 70 foster grandparents in our school districts throughout our 10 county areas. So we do a lot of things for a lot of people. We have Ticket to Work, where someone that has a disability, they can get some retraining and actually get back into the workforce, and we support that person through that period of time. So we're proud to be a part of the Area Agency on Aging. We've been in business for over 40 years, and we have people like you that have been friends to seniors for a long time.
When you look at the CDC's recommendation recommendation. I mean, that's something that's changed in every business, and you guys have done the same thing. They had to ramp it up, and those are some expenses that people don't even realize.
Absolutely. Well, and of course, Bob, one of the things that we have to make sure even more during this period of time of the virus is that we have a protocol that our aides have to follow before they go into a client's home. And that's number one, they have to feel good. They have to have their temperature taken. And of course, the washing of the hands and those kind of things. And actually, the documentation of what they're doing while they're in the home. And then there's a protocol after they leave there. So it has, you're right, they had to ramp up some things and do some things differently than we just normally do. But anyway, it's something that those kind of protocols we do have in place simply because we are in people's homes and we need to make sure that we're not causing any issues once we enter into a person's home.
Well, we appreciate you taking time and talking with us. It looks like we do see a light at the end of the tunnel. We see that the gymnasiums are going to be able to open up with some CDC guidelines. Also restaurants, limited seating, but that's coming. And you and I will be having lunch before you know it.
Absolutely, Bob.
We've been talking with Ted Haw with the White River Area Agency on Aging. Stay tuned for Fox News coming up. Remember, Fox News, top of every hour, 24 hours a day. And on your way to work, on your way to lunch, and on your way home. We expand our news with bottom of the hour Fox News Minute, followed by the Arkansas Radio Network and state and regional news, and KFFB Today, your local newscast. All that right here on Arkansas's timeless favorite station. Coming up after the break, we will be talking with the mayor of Mountain View, Roger Gardner. Stay tuned.